Good morning. I'm Bradley Williams, Land Pro with Realtree United Country Hunting Properties, as well as owner of Buckhaven Land Solutions. And wanted to come out here and show you what our crimson clover, arrowleaf clover, and red clover and winter wheat blend is doing. It's December 8th. We planted this back in September. This plot's doing really well. The deer are using it a ton. But one thing I wanted to show in this video is the importance of using a exclusion cage in all of your food plots. Exclusion cages are one of the most underutilized tools that land managers often overlook, because it can give you a whole lot of information about your deer herd and your food plot itself. So I wanted to show you here the difference in what's inside this exclusion cage and what's behind me on the outside. Inside this exclusion cage, the winter wheat and the clover is anywhere from 6 to 8 inches tall, where outside of the plot, the clover is just maybe an inch or two off the ground, and the wheat, maybe 3 inches tall. You can tell from that the deer have been using this plot extremely frequently. We have been seeing a lot of deer out here. We know that they're using it, but this exclusion cage can show you, and give you a good idea of exactly how much grazing pressure your food plots are getting. A couple things that can tell you: if your food plots are being overgrazed, that can give you some clues on your deer herd dynamics. If they're just getting destroyed, that can tell you your management plan might need some tweaking. Either you need to remove some deer from that herd, so there's more food per mouth, so to speak, or you may need to establish more food in your habitat to provide for that herd's nutrition. Another thing having this exclusion cage can tell you is if your food plot is not doing so well. Thankfully ours is doing really well. We've had good weather, so we've been very lucky. But if you don't have this exclusion cage and your food plot fails, you don't know whether it failed due to environmental factors or whether it failed due to browsing pressure. You have no idea. This exclusion cage can help fill in some of those gaps. If the plot around this exclusion cage has not done well, and you have a little bit of growth, or in a worst case scenario, bare ground, but inside the exclusion cage looks really healthy, that'll tell you right there that it wasn't environmental factors or your method of planting or your seed mixture that failed. You just had too much browsing pressure on that crop. So these exclusion cages are cheap, they're easy to set up, and they can give you a lot of information, not only on the health of your food plot, but also on what's going on within your deer herd itself.